Hey, what's up, everybody? It is St. Patty's Day, and check it out. I was thinking, you know, I'm not Irish, but I can respect that. I can eat some cabbage and sausage and potatoes and drink some Irish beer, maybe. And I started looking around Dallas trying to find where some Irish pub was or an Irish place, and I found this, the Shannon Brewing Company. And they not only brew their own beer here in a Texan-Irish kind of way, but supposedly sit on the oldest documented fresh spring in the state of Texas, which means they're drawing this stuff out of the ground and they're making beer. So let's go check them out. Come on, my little leprechaun cameraman. Go ahead.
Leprechauns first.
So what's up, my man?
Richard Rawlings. Welcome to Shannon Brewing.
You must be Shannon?
I am.
Is that first name or last name?
That is first name.
Okay. Is the last name like O'Malley or something?
It's Carter.
Okay. Is Carter Irish?
Carter is Irish. Ireland's full of Carters.
It's not supposed to be like Carter O'Malley?
You can call me O Carter if you'd like.
O Carter, that would be it. Yeah, yeah. Super cool. Well, dude, I freaked out when I saw this place on the old interwebs, and I was trying to find a place to go have an Irish beer for St. Patrick's Day, and you guys make it here, and you got all kinds of flavors. What's the inspiration here? What made you do this?
Well, my family's Irish. My grandfather was a brewer in Ireland, and so it's a little in my blood. And I love going to Ireland. We wanted to bring back some of the Irish techniques back to the States and bring back some Irish recipes.
So this is like, you've been to Ireland. And,
oh, yeah.
And you got family over there. So this is a real deal. Not
this
like,
is a real deal.
Not like some big box Irish pub that's in the
mall. You will
not
find any green beer here.
No green beer?
No green beer. That's not an Irish thing. It's an American thing.
Well, why would they do that? Oh, because of green shamrocks. Okay, because I used to remember when I was a lot younger, you know, maybe back in my early 20s, you know, I'd have some green throw up on the day after St. Patrick's Day, you know.
Or something else.
Yeah, that dye gets into everything. So you brought it back here, you brought recipes back, and you decided just, I'm going to throw up a brewery. Now, tell me, is this fact or fiction? You were drawing water from the oldest documented creek.
Oldest documented spring in Texas. That's correct.
So it's down in there.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet underground. It's an underground river as compared to a well, and we're tapped directly into it.
Now, is it like finders keepers? You can just put a tap in it and you own it, or?
No, there's another guy that owns it.
Okay.
But we have an agreement with him that we can be the only distillery to brew exclusively with that water. When I wanted to start the brewery, I wanted to have an all-natural brewery. So I looked for a natural water source in Texas, found it in Keller, Texas, and lo and behold, I was able to strike an agreement with him and start brewing with water.
That's pretty wicked. And so you make everything back here, right?
We do.
I got to see this.
Come on back. Let's have a look.
I've actually never gotten to go into a canned brewery before and see it all canned.
Well, they're canning right now, so it may be a little loud.
I can handle that.
So this is where all the magic happens.
What is the magic?
The magic is barley comes in, gets milled.
Barley gets milled.
It becomes grist at that point. Goes up to the mash tun up here.
Okay.
So when grist hits water, it becomes mash.
Okay.
Okay. This starts our old school Irish process. So both of these vessels are fire brewed. And so in the old days, they would cook it with wood.
With wood.
We use natural propane gas. And so we're the only fire brewed brewery in Texas that we know of.
Really?
Yep.
How do the other people do it? I mean, I've seen these at like big box retailers, but how are they cooking it?
They're doing it with steam or electricity.
Wow. All right. So you got a big fire going under there, and what's the next stage?
Mash tun over there that we're releasing the sugar from the grain.
Okay.
Right. Then we bring it over to the boil kettle, and we boil it.
Okay.
And we'll add in hops and other flavorings there. From the boil kettle, it'll go through our R2D2 looking guy here. That's a hop back. We put whole cone hops in there.
Okay.
So hops come in pellets, they come in extracts. Not too many breweries use whole cone because they're hard to find, expensive.
I get it.
The entire contents of the boil kettle go through the hop back, through a heat exchanger, kind of like a radiator on a car. but we're trying to cool down the liquid at this point. Then it goes over here to the fermentation vessels, the conical tanks.
Okay.
We add in yeast. Yeast consumes sugar. And the byproducts are alcohol and CO2, both of which we want in the beer.
Okay.
After fermentation, it will come over to the bright tank where we'll let it sit for a little bit and clarify. And from there, over to the packaging line.
So this is like that Laverne and Shirley where they're doing stuff too fast.
This is exactly Laverne and Shirley. This is Kenny, our lead brewer.
What's up, Kenny?
John.
What's up, John? How's it going? So you got empty cans coming in, feed through, fill it full. Okay, so you got to do a little quality test every once in a while there?
Every once in a while. It's a hazard of the job.
And then they get packed like that, and then I guess they got to go to a labeler.
Well, it's going through the labeler right now. We obviously are out of labels, so we're going to run it back through here in a second. As soon as our labels get here. So what doesn't get canned,
and it's cold already.
We'll keg it, and if we don't put it in a keg, we'll age it in a barrel. And you're going to get to try some today.
Oh, now it's time to drink beer? Let's go do it.
It's time to drink beer.
Oh, I love that. All right, my favorite part. We get to drink some beer, and I am ready. Everybody knows I drink basically beer with alcohol in it. It is watered down. Or everybody accuses me of drinking a light beer, and that's sissy. And then when I think about Irish beers, I think about, you know, the big brand, and I've tried it before. That's like trying to, if I want a steak, I don't want it shoved into a glass. That's like a meal. I need a good beer that I can drink a lot of. We
certainly have some beers that are stouts and will be a meal in a glass. But we also, you know, we're an Irish brewery. We want to enjoy our beer over the course of the day, so we make some lighter beers too. Perfect for you.
I see something that says Tejas Light.
Tejas Light is a delicious blonde ale.
Well, let's try that
first. Let's try that one. You see, that's a beautiful blonde ale. That is right up your alley right there.
Well, I'll tell you, if I like it, maybe we do some business. That's a good beer. I like that.
It's a light beer with flavor.
It's really just like a little bit of flavor at the end there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm tasting, but I'm tasting something.
Hops and barley. Hops, barley, and natural water. It's a natural beer.
That's pretty good.
I'm glad you like that one. Let's try something that's a little bit more Irish, but still might be in your wheelhouse.
Okay.
This is our namesake beer. This is an Irish Red.
This is really pretty cool. I get to just hang out here and drink beer. Now, for all you guys and gals out there watching, don't think that this place isn't going to be packed here in a little while. We just got to come in for the early morning tour, and for St. Paddy's Day, it is going to be packed, isn't it?
This is going to be packed. So this is our Irish Red.
Irish Red.
It is, this beer actually won a silver medal in Dublin, Ireland.
From Texas.
From Texas.
Love it.
Bringing it back home, baby.
I like it. I mean, because everyone out there knows I've consistently drank the same beer since I was around, supposed to be 21, but probably 12. And
well, we do confuse our numbers down again.
Yeah, exactly. My age, yes. I like it. It's getting a little more hoppier and barlier. And
yeah, a little bit more bold.
A little more coloring. I'm going to be a beer sommelier. What is that called? A beer expert?
Yeah, sommelier. Yeah. All right. Do you like coffee?
I like coffee.
All right. We're going to try an Irish coffee cream ale. Now, an Irish cream ale is a really yummy beer from Ireland. Then we take this and we age it on coffee.
No kidding.
From White Rock Coffee in Dallas. Try to do everything local we possibly can.
Oh, I have White Rock Coffee at my house. I like those guys.
They're good folk.
Smells like coffee.
It is coffee.
Tastes like coffee and beer. Technically, this could be a morning drink then.
Could be.
You know, I could have this with my burrito or my eggs and sausage.
It'll wake you right up.
Is there a lot of caffeine in it? Would it be equivalent to drinking a...
It'd be like a cold brew coffee.
So if I drink a full-size one of these, it'd be like having a regular cup of coffee and a beer.
It would, yeah.
This is genius, my friend.
It's perfect.
You are insanely smart.
You ever tried a sour?
I have not.
Well, today's your day. You're going to try one. This is a Paloma sour. You ever had a Paloma cocktail?
I don't think I have. I really pretty much stick to beer.
So this is a basic wheat ale fermented with grapefruits, limes, and a little bit of salt.
All right. Wheat, limes, and a little salt.
Perfect summer beer.
So this is
This is a sour, though.
Sour meaning I expect it to taste sour, or?
It will be tart. It will be tart.
It is tart. But I can see where this would be really good while lounging at the pool or the beach in the middle of summer.
Oh, it is the perfect beach beer.
That's really good. You guys don't get to have any because you're working. What a bunch of losers. Golly.
Having to work St. Patrick's Day.
That's really pretty good.
So now you know you like sours.
Yeah, I do. That one's good. I'm gonna. So far, I know I'm taking some Texas, and I'm taking some Paloma.
We are going to take you straight into an IPA, which is...
What does IPA stand for?
India Pale Ale.
Okay.
All right. When the English conquered or occupied India, people don't realize this, but it was about for a century. They would send their beer, their pale ales, over to India from England, and they would spoil on the way. So they increased the alcohol load, and they increased the hop load, which are the bittering agents in beer. And so when the soldiers came home, they would go to their pub and they would order a pale ale. They would go, give me the India Pale Ale.
See, for me, if I was rolling up to the bar saying that I got to have a beer IPA, that's because I'm an impatient asshole. And I got to have a beer right now.
Well,
so,
another acronym altogether. So let's get you an IPA. This is our hazy IPA.
It's a Cool Hop IPA.
Cool Hop IPA. It's a series. This is Cool Hop 3. Got Cool Hop 4 coming out.
So I got to tell you, I've watched, especially here in Texas, because there's little breweries and different brands starting up. I've lived here my whole life, and around I guess late '90s it started going, and now we've got, golly, tens and if not hundreds of breweries around Dallas Fort Worth area, and it's great. But how does the economy of scale work? Because it seems to me that y'all are all fighting for like the IPA market or this market. Can you make enough beer to actually make it profitable, or is this like a side venture? A venture of love.
There are a lot of breweries that it's a side venture. This is my full-time gig. It's what I do.
That one's good too. I got to tell you, Shannon, I did not expect to come in here and like the beers, and I was perfectly prepared to tell you, because I tell other people when they try to serve me beer if I like it or not, but I haven't not liked any of these beers.
Well,
that tart one was good. That's summer. Laying in my pool.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at my beautiful wife sitting on a float.
Watching her drink a Paloma?
Mm-hmm. Well, she probably wouldn't do it. She's got to watch the figure. She's probably sipping on a vodka soda or something. All right.
I get it. Well, now I'm going to take you all the way into the stouts.
So now we're into the stouts.
So we're going to try at least one stout.
Maybe go to the top. Let's just go to the top and try it out.
No, it's really the oak you want out of the barrel and the single malt you want out of the barrel.
So how much is the alcohol content in this?
That is 9.5.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to do any more, we better slow down a little bit. You know what they say when you're barreled up to the bar?
Go to the heavy stuff first?
Yeah, right?
No, that's not what they say. So you've tried a lot of stuff. Here we're going to try
I think we tried most everything we can.
We
unless
did.
You're trying to get me to lay down with the dog and take a nap.
That's next, usually. Do you want to try the Nitro Stout?
Nitro? Like it's in nitro? Nitro?
Like nitrogen.
Whoa, yeah.
Let's do that.
I like a little nitro. I've done some racing. Well, I've owned some teams. So nitrogen, what's the difference between it and, I guess, regular, what do you use before? CO2 or something?
CO2
okay.
Usually pushes beer. This is pushed with nitrogen. What that does is it causes more of the CO2 to come out of solution, causes a cascading effect, this beautiful head right here, and it'll have a really nice, creamy mouthfeel.
Okay, so this is going to be the big heavy one.
This will be a little heavier than what you tried.
Look at the head on that one.
Isn't that beautiful? You could float a quarter on that.
I don't know. I've never seen it done.
That's your nitrogenated.
This is the one that I would call like a steak in the glass.
That's a steak in the glass there.
So what's the alcohol content of this one?
It's actually not that high. It's about 6.5.
Well, are you supposed to drink the head too, or do you wait for it to go
yeah,
away?
You get it all in your mustache and beard if you want to do it right. That's the
Got
Irish
beer?
way right there.
Well, that doesn't taste bad either.
But it's got a really nice creamy mouthfeel to it.
It does. I gotta tell you, I don't step out of my beer world very often, but these are all good beers. I'm gonna have to have a case of Texas and a case of Paloma.
We can make that happen.
All right, my friend, let's end this segment right here. You guys know how it works. We're done. Go away. Hey, thank you, Shannon.
I really appreciate you coming out.
No problem. Turn that shit off so me and him can have beer.